He's just going to give up outside leverage, and any leverage in this circumstance is going to be a loss, as I can just basically pass lead to space, and he's going to catch that every single time for a one-play touchdown. As you can see, even in double coverage, this guy's going to get to the outside and be wide open once again, as long as we lob to space for a one-play touchdown to the other side of the field as well. See, this receiver here gets completely lost in the coverage about 10 to 15 yards downfield, as there's nobody covering him. He is wide open by about 20 yards by the time the ball gets there, for another very easy one-play touchdown. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable coins for your college football 25 team, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the college cheese as always. In today's video, I got a brand new one-play touchdown from a brand new offense. But before I do, if you guys want to see more money plays, more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber. Hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section. The formation is the gun empty trio, which is something that I originally found in my Colorado State offense, which is something that I talked about early on in the year, which I put, I think, in my top 5 offensive playbooks. I had Colorado State as one of the best looking playbooks, so I spent some time in that, but I also realized that the play that I'm going to show you guys is found in 2 different playbooks other than Colorado State. It's found in LSU as well as Notre Dame, and I wanted to use some top tier teams because I know a lot of people like to use LSU and like to use teams like Notre Dame and stuff like that. Even though I don't really run them a lot online, I do run into more tier 1 teams than anything. But I know there's a lot of people out there like to use this and teams like Tennessee, which is another playbook that I'd like to address. So if you guys have specific playbooks you want to see me address in future videos, let me know in the comment section. But the formation I'm going to use today is the empty trio, and the play that I'm going to show you guys is the stick and nod, which is a very good play as far as stretching the field, which opens us up for a lot of one-play touchdowns. But before I do, if you guys need more help or more money plays, you can download this or any of my ebooks instantly simply by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. Now on defense, we're just going to go right into the coverages, starting off with cover 2 zone, as this is a very easy concept against things like this, as I really have 2 options. The RB receiver is a very good option, but I think that the Y receiver is even better. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to make this motion where I motion this guy in, and I'm also going to put him on a streak quite a bit. As you can see, it creates kind of like a stack concept, but it also condenses the formation a lot of times. So I'm going to put him on a streak, and I'm also going to put the RB receiver on, or the A receiver on a streak so the RB receiver can get open as well. And you're going to notice against a lot of different defenses, I really have more than one option. So on this play here, you can see how quickly this Y receiver gets upfield, as the safety or the cornerback can't really get depth. And I think that a big part of that is because LSU has a 95 speed running back, which is probably why. But like I said, you also have the A receiver and the RB receiver on the other side, which are going to have the exact same effect. As the RB receiver is going to pull in, the A receiver is going to pull in, and the RB receiver is going to be able to get outside. Although for this route, so you can see how that route's running a little bit more wider, so it's to the point where I might have to, move the ball to get a one-play touchdown from this. But you can see how I get a very easy big play catch and run potential for a one-play touchdown on both sides of the field. And that also goes for cover 3. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to continue zone to zone before we get to our man coverages like we typically do, and I'll show you guys cover 3 sky first. Cover 3 sky and cover 3 match are going to be the same thing. We're going to make the exact same adjustments. I'm going to motion this guy in here, and you're going to see how the safety for one moves across the formation. You can see how here he starts towards the middle because I have the spread formational look. But once I motion him in, he actually moves over, making it that much easier for the X receiver. So these fade routes are actually going to pull the cornerbacks out now, giving a huge throwing window right up the seam there to the X receiver for another very easy one-play touchdown. And that also goes the same for cover 3 match. Is going to have the same results, as you can do the same thing, but you can also do another adjustment. So I can motion this guy in the same way. Even though these seams a lot of times, or these seam flats will a lot of times match the receivers up the seam, you can see how you still have that opportunity. You can still be going for one-play touchdown, but it's a little bit tighter than the previous defense. So from this look, you also have the ability just to put these outside receivers on post routes, as these slot fade concepts typically have a lot of success, since these receivers or these cornerbacks don't typically turn and run with these slot fades. So you always have that option as well. And you can do that on both sides of the field, as the B route or the RB route, although there you can see they actually bumped into each other a lot, but you can see how you can still have success getting over the top, just as long as you don't get too much action when it comes to these guys bumping into one another. As you can see one more time, we get that action where they're bumping into each other, but we still got that separation, and we get another one-play touchdown. Now, it gets a little bit more difficult when it comes to things like cover 4 match, so we're going to start off with cover 4 quarters. And by difficult, I just mean you got to change up the look. I mean, I can still motion this guy in, but it's just something that I do quite a bit anyway. play. We can set him up, put him on a streak, but you don't really have to do that. All you really have to do is put the A receiver on a streak and then put the B receiver on a post route. And you're going to see how the streaking tight end is just going to get completely lost in coverage, because a lot of times when you have 5 receivers at the line of scrimmage all going more than 10 yards, you get that look. But like I said, I don't have to actually do that motion. I can just leave him out there, and you're going to see how that A tight end is going to get lost in the coverage the exact same way, as he's open by about 10 or 15 yards as we get a wide open one-play touchdown. Now, palms can react differently, so let's pick that. Now, when it comes to palms, all you have to do is put the outside receivers on comeback routes, which is the left trigger, and you're going to notice how we get a very different receiver this time that gets broken on the containment. That's the RB receiver, who once again is wide open by about 10 to 15 yards for an easy one-play touchdown. Now, cover 4 regular probably has the most adjustments, so let's pick that again, and we'll pick cover 4 drop. As this play here, all you have to do is put the A tight end on a streak. It's probably best to motion this guy in and put him on a post, although you could just put the Y receiver on a post. It's just a little bit closer when he gets across. Put the RB receiver on a corner route, and then we just have to custom stem the corner route down while we custom stem the post route up a little bit. That's all you really got to do. And this is going to be the look here. The A tight end is going to pull back the safety. We're going to get that X receiver open once he crosses the field. As you can see, it gets open over the top of that cornerback, and we have another very easy one-play touchdown as we drop it in the bucket. As you can see on this play, this guy here is going to pull back the safety that you're trying to get over the top, and that corner route is going to hold that cornerback down. That's what creates this throwing window for this post route who's clearing across here. As you can see, it's somewhat of a tight window. I mean, it's not the biggest lane ever, but you can see how we can get in there for a one-play touchdown. Now, this also has a lot of success against matching coverage style plays like cover 6 and cover 9, which are actually the exact same thing, just flipped. So let's go and let's pick cover 6, as cover 6 and cover 9 are both half cover 2 and half cover 4. So if I just want to make the exact same cover 2 setup, all I really have to do is watch for which side of the field is cover 2 and which side these wheel routes are clearing. As you can see right here, this receiver gets right over the top, outside the safety, above the cornerback, for a very easy play. And it's going to be the same way with cover 9. So let's go and let's pick that. Cover 9 is basically the same thing, just flipped. This time I don't even have to make that motion, since I know that the cover 2 side is on the right side. And you're going to see how this RB receiver here is a very easy play. As you can see, Caleb Downs is one of the best safeties in the game, probably gets closer than most safeties will. Next up, we're going to do some man coverages, starting off with everybody's favorite man zero blitz. Let's go and let's pick that. This play has 2 options once again. If it's a corner blitz and the blitz is coming from kind of far, you don't have to make a motion, as you can basically just bullet and pass lead the space away from this defender. You see how this receiver basically just runs to the outside every single time. So let's go and let's watch the replay just to show what happens here, as this guy is pretty much close enough to the point where he's just going to give up outside leverage, and any leverage in this circumstance is going to be a loss, as I can just basically pass lead the space, and he's going to catch that every single time for a one-play touchdown. But let's say that you need a little bit more blocking, so let's go and let's pick the linebacker blitz this time. And let's say you have 6 guys that are close to the line of scrimmage coming right down the pipe. In that scenario, I'm just going to put the RB receiver here just on a custom stem a little bit up, and then I just have to motion block this tight end, which is basically hiking the ball once he's inside the tackles. And now I have the exact same thing to the other side, where I'm just basically lobbing the space, as he also has the ability to score on the other side of the field. And this is something I've shown in a lot of videos when it comes to this slot fade. As you can see, even in double coverage, this guy's going to get to the outside and be wide open once again, as long as we lob to space for a one-play touchdown to the other side of the field as well. Can have a lot of success against man coverages as well, so let's pick cover 1 whole. As all you gotta do is put the A receiver on a streak, and then once again, custom stem the RB receiver up a little bit, and you can see how he's gonna have the exact same success, as he's running the space the exact same way for another one-play touchdown. But you could also do it on the other side of the field as well, as we're just gonna motion this across one more time. And we can make the exact same setup that we did against cover 2 and cover 3, where we put this guy on a streak and motion him in. And you'll notice how the running back, even though he doesn't have nearly as good of ability as far as route running, is going to run just right past that guy to the outside once again. So you can see how deadly these wheel routes are, as we're going to end with our last defense here, the cover 2 man, and we're going to attack the exact same wheel routes with the exact same setup, as this setup here really worked against just about every single defense other than maybe cover 4. So once again, the wide receiver going to get outside, because once again, we got a lot of speed here as he gets over the top of the safety, and we just motion this ball across. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side with the other route. As we're just going to put the A tight end on a streak one more time, you can see how the RB receiver does not get pressed. The A tight end might be able to be gone too, but like I said, why would you take that chance when you could just lob it up to these guys outside for a very easy one-play touchdown? So I'm going to end the video there. If you guys want to see some gameplay of this, I will have that coming out later this week, because this is an explosive offense. But if you guys want to see more one-play touchdowns from similar style of offenses, I'll have that popping on the screen right now. So just click the links, and until next time, thanks for watching, man. Wish it out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.